Many people have asked me over this last year, and the last year itself, how I rebuilt myself after coming out of the biggest depression that anybody that I could ever be in, to be honest, because this is literally the forge of disaster and destruction, which I was in March, and how, in the name of God, and it still brings a tear to my eye today. It kind of every time I think of that, it's just like it's after it's a whole year on, and I have come over. I came back so remarkably. Yeah, I did fail on a lot of stuff. I know I regret everything I failed on, but the rebuilding of my life. I lost a few friends along the way because of what happened. They thought I was insane. They thought I was different. And above all, they thought I was changed. But I tell everybody who disregards me as a traitor and as a evil man who went through a dark time of despair and depression, to find it in their hearts and to find it in their soul and to find it in their kidneys and in their soul. To forgive me and to release me of the sin on which I did not commit. But when you are depressed and the world looks like there's no way out but to jump, the jump of a remarkable fate. And thankfully that remarkable fate on which happened was not the seared of fate of the longest jump, and was the safest and caringest jump of hope and victory. Sorry. The rebuilding of my YouTube channel, as many people do point out, was a historical thing. It literally was so historical. I nearly wrote history with it. Because I only came out of the hospital and I was straight onto my video, literally just a post, just to say that I'm still around and I'm not dead. And it was just remarkable because I'd done a GTA 5 video soon. I barely was in the door after coming back all the way from Dublin, 2.5 hour journey, and I was literally recording just to try and get a few videos done so people would watch them and people know that I'm alright. I didn't mention anything. I made out everything was normal, and that's the one thing that killed me from the day I started when the whole depression started kicking in, which was a few years beforehand. And the thing I learned from it, never back down. Sorry. It always brings a tear to my eye thinking about. Excuse me. Never back down from your fears and from your dreams. If you dream of being an architect, be an architect. If you dream of being a politician, you be a politician. And your heart and your mind will try and bring you down sometimes. But you have to rise up like a soldier. Because in Ireland, the spirit of freedom and the spirit of patriotism and Irish soldierism, if that's even a word, whiz up in me and give me the spirit to move on with my YouTube channel. But I did not. It was very noticeable that I didn't upload for a whole 2 weeks, and people were like, "Where the fuck am I?" Because usually I uploaded at least one video a week, in case I didn't. And then I did admit it. I actually admitted that, but it was way after I came out of hospital, and it was saddening to say it. And even now, I can't show my face, to be honest, because you could just see a few tears coming down my eye, and it's just painful for me to watch again. It'd be painful because I remember sitting in an office in the guards barracks when I got taken in over it, and you're just like, You just don't know what you're thinking. Your mind's in a mess. You don't know where you are. You don't know what you are, who you are, and you just regret everything you've done in life. And then that's just the biggest part of depression. But the rebuilding of me as a person, I tried to be liberty and I tried to be strong. But if I didn't try to be strong and if I didn't try to be liberty, I would be free of sin and despair. But you may ask, what do I mean by that? It means that we can't get all these focuses. We have 4 focuses, in my life at least, and you can't get all 4 of them. You can only have 2 of them. And I chose freedom and liberty. Because as a person and as the human being, you want everybody on this world to have the same respect as you would, with freedom and liberty. The liberty of walking on the street without being attacked by anybody. The liberty of going to school. The liberty of being able to live in the country. And the liberty to live. The rebuilding of me as a person was a long and painful, and still is going on to this day. It is very, very painful to rebuild your whole life and trying to put all your past memories, just say I didn't cause this and I didn't cause that, and then you in the back of your head you're like, I might have. You always have that in the back of your head when you try and look through the past to try and get rid of your guilt of what happened in the past, because that's all really about depression. You look back and then you start regretting what you've done, which I say to people, don't look back. The back of the room is less darker than the center of the room, but on the top of the room we have the light of hope and the life of your dreams. And if your dream says you want to climb a mountain, then your dream is always going to come true. If you have faith and if you have hope and if you have a dream, you will get there. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you will always get to that mountain. And when you get to the mountain, you have that lovely view of a bay. You're looking down at the big ships coming in and the blue skies, not even a cloud in the sky, and the sun bearing down here. And you think to yourself, after the long, long depression, you think to yourself, I have done what I said I was going to do. And that, my friends, is the biggest achievement you can ever, if you admit that you have done what you always wanted to do. Thank you.